In the last episode, we were locating one of the local Bragma lairs. So, mess up trying to set up your countdown and let's play Seven Kingdoms II, The Frightened Walls campaign. Okay, so we've also settled down here in Kumar, which is a city we founded with basically our starting troops. And we may soon have to actually attack the enemy. And we did start with a whole lot of pretty good troops, so sadly none of them had any ability for leadership, so that's a bit of a downside. But I think we can actually defeat those guys. Like if we actually charge in, we might be able to defeat them. Then again, I'm more tempted to wait until they actually raid us. And we are at war. You're pretty much at war by default with everybody. And I'm not sure if you can actually make an alliance with the other kingdoms and the other empires on the strategic map. I believe you can, but I'm not sure. It's been way too long since I've played this. So let's check the rank. We are military first, so we should technically be able to get a whole lot of mileage out of those troops. Okay, that's a bit of a shame. I was trying to see if I could select all of those guys. Okay, let's see. Let's free the city of Athribis. When I've made a save game, if that fails, you'll never see that. But I've sent most of my military now. And there we go. Spears raining down on the enemy. Quite copious amounts. But we're also having copious amounts of enemies here. And they're going to kill one of our soldiers, which is really sad. He'll be remembered, I guess. And we'll bum rush the map. Okay, that was apparently one of the soldiers of this general. And remember, we need to get a certain Frighten battling score, which is only shown here, not anywhere here. For some reason, I'm not sure why. I guess it's kinda obsolete. Also, I'm not partial to the Egyptian infantry because they don't have a berserk attack. I like that they have both melee and ranged attacks, but yeah, not having a berserk attack kinda is a downside for me. Oh wow, and they immediately surrender to us. Now what to do with those guys? It will be hard to actually secure this city, or to keep this city around. So what I'll have to do is actually get my general and make him build a fort here. Okay. That worked surprisingly well. I'm also a bit surprised that we didn't get attacked by the enemy. But yeah, we're attacking the Quitson's areas, and once we get a decent leader out of those guys, we'll actually probably just dump him in. What are you? And suddenly we're getting independent troops, which tells us where the city of Thebes is. Great. Okay, so I actually want those guys to all move over to this fortress, because I can see this being attacked fairly soon, and I would rather be ready for that with a full contingent of good soldiers. I mean, we still have the Okay, 12 people in Kumar just died, which is not that big of a deal. We'll just make 20 more. Isn't it great when you can, when you have a king that considers life such a valuable gift? Okay, we have a Seat of the Divine here. What I want to do here is get some research going, because we should, in the tradition of this scenario, or in the tradition of this campaign, we should basically be able to gain more technologies every level. So I want to see what this level has to offer for us. Especially what I'm after is berserk attacks. If I could get those under my belt pretty soon, that would be great. I can't, but I can get the infantry attacks, which is a fine trade. Okay, we have one empty 4. Any of those guys good at leading? No. Any of those guys good at... You are a very competent leader, my friend. I'm not sure why you became one, but that is perfect. General Wieners. that sounds kind of dirty. I'm sorry if people make jokes about your name. However, you can have all those guys. You get all those. We'll make 7 more. There we go. I'm so glad we actually shouldn't have to worry about spies in this scenario as of yet. Okay, 2 soldiers here. And what we'll get now is... we'll prime a bunch of elite soldiers. Basically those guys. You know how I do this? I usually try to... I'm not sure if I could afford an inn. I would love to be able to afford an inn, but I'm not sure if that will go well. Also, how's your loyalty? Oh my goodness, your loyalty is dropping like a rock. That is partly because those guys are... It's difficult to keep those guys around, really. It's difficult to keep soldiers happy when they reach a high combat level. I'm not sure how to best do this. I know that the brute force version is to just slap him a badge every now and then. This can get expensive, though. What I tend to do in those cases is, if I have an army I keep in the open for a while, I basically give them a badge every time they liberate a city or they destroy a castle or something. Just as a base rule of thumb, because you're going to do this relatively frequently, so it just keeps you kind of busy. Also, I like seeing this because it means we will soon have we actually have the generals to capture more cities, because I'm quite sure those will surrender to us pretty soon, and I'd rather have the generals ready now than later. It always sucks when you need to scrape up the soldiers from somewhere, and yeah, now that we don't have to do that, I am pretty pleased with the success of this scenario so far. So those guys are gaining skills so fast, they actually they seem to lose health. That's ridiculous. Look at how much health these guys have lost, and they didn't lose. They didn't get hurt in any battles. They just gain combat skills so fast that their health can't keep up. You know, when a general like this, when they learn combat, they gain like 2 hit points, and that's it. And they recover that pretty soon before they get the next point. But in this case, it's happening so fast that they actually seem to be injured by this, and this is ridiculous. I mean, I like to see that, but it's still ridiculous. Okay. Oh, that's great. We also can't seem to get any better war machines, so this tower will be obsolete by the time they have all the military methodology figured out. Let's just get a batch of those ready for when we are inevitably going to war. Hooray! That is kind of the most useless unknown blessing I could get. I mean, I don't want to be ungrateful, but it is the most useless blessing I ever got. Because it doesn't help you in this campaign at all. So how many people do we have here? 57. No, that's not worth sending a wagon over here. I don't want favors, though. I want this town. Also, remind me that if I ever go and play a campaign again, to pick a nation that I can pronounce. That's probably a smart idea. Pick a nation whose names you can pronounce. It's quite simple. But again, I love how the Egyptians are pretty powerful. They have this cavalry, or this... Is that cavalry? I'm not sure. It has horses, so... But it's not cavalry. I think cavalry implies that you ride on the damn things. Anyway, how's your leadership doing? It's improving pretty substantially, so we might actually be well advised to build another of those chariot workshops. We'll also send Isis up here next time she's fully prepared. So this city will have an easier time to cope with the loss of population for military. And this is actually why many people consider the Egyptians to be way overpowered as a nation. Because they can draft pretty much infinite amounts of peasants into military without any real consequence. I mean, okay, they will have to pause for a while, but they gain so many more people because of this double bonus. Basically, you get the Egyptian towns, which just get more population, and you get this infinite, or this instant boost of 20 people. That's just... It's just really powerful. Okay, you go there, replace that, you become a general, and build me a 4 over here. We will very soon actually have to move out. As you can see here, our money is dropping quite fast because we haven't got any resources. We don't have any trade. Our sole income is basically war with the Phrytons, and we're not doing too much on that front. So we're still military first, which is most certainly good, but we still need a lot, and I mean a lot, of military. And we're going to fight a lot of battles here very soon. However, with this guy being around, we might as well raid the next nest, or the next lair. German, they're nests, so it's actually one of those words that are the same in both languages, which is, I think there's a word for those as well. Quite sure it's not homonym. Okay, let's see. I need a few more of those chariots. I'm just gonna get them from here so this fortress is filled quicker. Yeah, fill that. Where are they? There we are. And we need more chariots. I know I said I'm going to send Isis to... what's the city? Athribis, but I decided it works as well if I do it here. Okay, let's remove the waypoint, because I don't want to have an additional chariot. That would be kind of wasted. Oh wow, we're getting people left and right. And they got Ramses II. Ramses, you bloody traitor. Why would you join those guys? They also have Espinus, which is unsettling. On the right side we get to explore the map, so that's something. They also seem to be fairly nice towards civilians because they don't attack them at all. Okay, screw that. We're going to fill this up. No, those guys are sorted. Do I want to go with the king? By the way, there is one... Shut up, cell phone. I think I've showed you that in the single player matches, but the one way to really boost up your general's leadership skills is to just let them lead your men into battle. It's like it skyrockets to 100 in a matter of seconds. Like, you only need to blow up one building, so just attack like a random market or something if there is one available, and you'll have it down in no time. Okay, next episode we are probably going to attack the next lair and hopefully see a bit of a bigger battle, although I don't want a too big battle. Having a way too big battle would be a bit silly, because I'm not sure if I could handle that. I mean, I do have some soldiers, but by far not enough for that yet. Oh wow. Apparently we are getting raided. This should prove interesting. I think we have a fair chance here. Especially if we stay close to the nest. However, just to be on the safe side. Oh, we killed one of their autos. Look at that. I know I'm basically sacrificing the support of the castle here, of the towers from that 1-4, but I just want to get those guys some combat experience. We're also gaining some frightens, so that's fun. I would have like the general to move. Am I recording? I'm not sure if I'm recording, so I'm going to break off the video here and I'm going to record again.